Oh God, I'm hearing double.
Jesus Christ. Are we good to do the podcast?
I hope so. Listen. I forgore.
I'll talk a little lower.
Why? Why do you need to talk a little lower?
I just want you to be healthy. See, I don't know what happened to you.
No, nothing.
In a span of like 10 minutes.
No, nothing happened to me. I forgore.
Please, somebody. I don't know what it'll take, but like somebody talk some sense to him. I can't do it. EA.
Yo, I can't lie. That's cap.
Bro, EA, we've never heard this SeaTactics, and now all of a sudden we have this SeaTactics now. I'm so tired.
Okay, boomer.
This is contaminated water tactics.
No, that's sus. I don't drink contaminated water.
Jesus.
I forgore. Oh God.
L's in the chat, please.
There is no L's. No L's whatsoever. Okay? You type I forgore and then you
Oh, I'm definitely starting the L's.
Oh my God. I'm going to counteract it.
I'm sorry, what?
EA.
Do you hear what I have to deal with?
I just had to pop on when I heard all these words be talking.
I don't know what
speaking
happened to
like this.
I don't know what happened to C. I just want him to be normal.
And I'm on vacation too, so that means this is serious.
No, guys. I forgore.
Please, EA. I don't know what to do.
And you say booba too and all this other crap.
And I oop.
I don't know what to do anymore, EA.
How's everyone doing?
I'm doing well. I don't know about C. Like, I think his mind broke.
No, it didn't. Oh God. EA, you're on break. How are you doing so far?
Well, I'm as red. I think I'm pretty much broken in all parts of my body because of all the walking and stuff. But I'm really enjoying myself. As bad as that sounds, I love the beach. I love all the food, the people, all the parties. No parties, but just it's all around just been real fun.
Man, that's not gonna lie. That's a little cap.
Please,
I'm gonna bust a cap if you keep talking like that.
I don't know what to do anymore.
I'm okay, everyone. I'm good. I'm all right. I'm down bad. I'm lit.
Yeah, I think you're on drugs.
I'm not on drugs. Oh my God, it's fine. It's okay. EA, tell them where they can find you. Because you're on break. You can't be on this episode.
I am on break. Well, I figured if you want, I can answer some of the questions.
Oh,
but then after that, I can bounce.
Well,
but yeah, just real quick, you can find me at Everything Animated. Find me up there. I was trying to get a video out before I went on break, but kind of didn't happen. So hopefully by the time I get back, I'll get that video out. You find me on Twitch, Everything_Animated, and then my girlfriend and I's channel, All Elite Couple. We're at 288 subscribers. Would love 12 more subscribers to get to an even 300 by the time I get back from vacation.
Yeah. And that's very achievable if it's very achievable. If you all stop acting cap, head on over there and subscribe.
Satsuki, I'm so sorry.
I just want to be free.
Look, Dan Boe over on Twitch agrees with me. He says, I forgore.
Yeah, Dan is not looking out in your best interest. We are.
Okay. Okay, so this is the King of Anime podcast. We haven't done the intro yet. Usually it's me, SeaTactics, Satsuki the Savage, and EA. EA is off this week. He's here in spirit. And when I say in spirit, I mean he's here right now. But he will be here in spirit here soon. We do questions at the beginning of every show. You click the first link in the description. You can, do your clickety-clackety, head on over, ask some questions. We'll answer them at the beginning of every segment of every week. And this week's questions we have from somebody. Dragon Ball GT is still the worst of Dragon Ball franchise for good reasons. If you were to fix Dragon Ball GT, how would you fix it, EA?
Well, I wouldn't make Vegeta a wuss. I wouldn't make Baby just overpower everybody. For some, like, I don't know, I hated Baby as a villain. Pretty much hated all the villains. So I'd make the villains better, make Vegeta not so much a pushover. Kind of like what they did in Super. They actually made him not a pushover in Super. I mean, don't get me wrong, he was still second place next to Goku, but I feel like in GT, he was kind of like that crazy uncle that was put in the corner who was talking to himself, just, I used to be powerful. Sure, just go back to sleep. Yeah, just make the characters better, villains not stupid, and do not make Goku a kid. That was the worst thing they did in that whole show. I wish you were a child, and then he became a child again, and then he became an adult when he became Super Saiyan 4 for some reason. Go figure.
Another question for you, EA, before you have to go. I know we had 5 here, but the others are really just in relation to either Satsuki or myself. So, if you had a 90s anime crush, which character would fit the standard?
Well, I mean, I already have an anime's 90 crush, and that was Faye Valentine.
Oh,
she was great.
It's going.
Yeah, she was great. That or was it 90s? Sango was pretty good too.
Yes. Well, that's early 2000s, but
that's what I thought. I
basically
couldn't remember.
90s.
So I'll stick with Faye. She's a vigilante, but she's got the attire. She kicks butt, badass woman, and just all around, just great character.
Hell yeah. Well, thanks for coming on at the beginning of the show, EA. Very unprompted. We appreciate that.
I know. I heard the words that you were spewing out your mouth, and I had to say something.
Thank you so much.
I'm like, oh hell no, he's not going this way. As I'm just.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty cap.
Yeah, have fun, Satsuki. That's all I'm gonna say. All right.
I'm just holding on. Just holding on.
Have a good break, EA.
All right. See you guys next week.
See ya.
Bye.
Okay. Bye bye. So, Satsuki, how would you... Oh, no. Let's continue on with our current question. What is your 90s anime crush?
I think I answered this whenever we talked about Dragon Ball we talk about Dragon Ball pretty much every podcast now, some way, shape, or form. But
yeah, that's not cap. That's pretty lit.
Please, see, I am literally begging you. This is not a joke. I'm begging you, please. It's not a joke. I'm begging.
To me.
Here and now, please stop. Please, I will rewatch I will make sure I am the sharpest I ever am on the podcast if you stop here and now. Like, I am. I'll get on my knees. Like, I'll put on my camera. I'll show you get on my knees in a prayer position. Please, this has to end.
Okay, senpai, I'll end it. It's all good.
Thank you. All right. As for the question, my 90s crush is Launch from Dragon Ball. That should come to no surprise for anybody who knows the type of characters I like. Uh, the crazy female characters. So, uh, yeah. And I recently read Dragon Ball. That's why like she's recently in my mind. I haven't watched too many '90s anime, so Faye Valentine is someone I also thought of. But yeah, I would probably have to go with Launch. She was probably like my first anime crush too. So, yeah.
Well, for me, I would have to say from Dragon Ball, original OG Dragon Ball, I guess. Well, it'll probably be better to say Z. We'll go with Z. But in spirit, Dragon Ball, that is Bulma. It's Bulma.
Good choice.
I mean, there's nothing really to hate about Bulma. For not, being Dragon Ball fanboys, I would say, the first one that comes to mind is probably Asuka from Evangelion or Misato. One of those two. So.
Makes sense.
Yep. Maybe Casca from Berserk? Maybe?
Oh, yeah. You can go for Casca, too.
Yeah, Casca's gorgeous. Who wouldn't love Casca?
I feel like we all would have, like, the same 90s crushes, because, like, as soon as EA said Faye, that was the first thing that came to my mind. I feel like everybody would have, like, the same ones, pretty much.
Yeah, that is true. So, yeah, Satsuki, how would you fix GT?
I've only watched, like, 13 episodes of GT, so I don't even know, like, how the story goes, so...
is that our next Nakama Club?
No, please. I'm good. Like, I am Dragon Ball tapped out. If I didn't want to watch Dragon Ball Z, I don't want to watch GT, Super, or any other installment of the Dragon Ball franchise. I'm completely tapped out. I took the first series.
Gives you
that's
money.
it. No, I wouldn't even do it for the money.
$50,000.
No, I have morals and ethics and all the other good shit.
Well, do you have it when it comes to the tune of $100,000?
Well, I don't have $100,000, so. But yeah, how would I fix it? Like, the first part of the question said that Dragon Ball GT is like the worst franchise for many reasons. I disagree with that. And I haven't watched Super in its entirety, but if I compare what I know of Super to GT, what I know of GT, I think Super is worse by far. So that's the first thing. That's not a part of the question, but I just had to say that. But GT, from what I've seen of it, it didn't really have the vibe of Dragon Ball Z, and I think that's why people hate it. It more so had the vibe of Dragon Ball, where it's an adventure. It seemed like they almost kind of like depowered the characters, at least from where I was, because you had like Pan, you had Trunks, and you had Goku. It's kind of like they tried to like level the playing field to make it more grounded to how Dragon Ball used to be. So, like, I think the concept of GT is good. It's just that when you go from Dragon Ball to Z, and then you go to GT from that, it feels very jarring to see the characters who are, like, ultra powered up to, like, how they were in GT. So, I don't know if this is a fix, but I guess, like, what you would probably have to do is just, I don't know, introduce more powered up villains for the characters to get stronger, because I think that's what people would want. I don't necessarily think that's a fix. I just think people would have enjoyed it if it was like that. Again, I only watched 13 episodes, so like my knowledge of GT is very limited, but from what I've seen, like, it was just it felt like they were trying to go back to the adventure side of Dragon Ball rather than the fighting.
Yeah, that is definitely true. At least for the first part of it, it was. There near the end, though, it quickly became the final season of Dragon Ball Z, pretty much. The more darker tone. I would first not make Hercule bald.
Okay. Wait, how old is Hercule? Like, when does this, like, what time does this take place? How many years?
I don't know. It's some years later. Vegeta needs no mustache. Just keep him the same. Jesus.
Yeah, that looked terrible.
Pan needs to have way more of a role, like as like kind of like Gohan did in season 1 of Dragon Ball Z. That's how I would do it personally. Super Saiyan, of course. Gotta have her go Super Saiyan. That'd be a great moment. Remove baby. We don't need baby. We don't need babies in general. Babies are bad. We should kill them all.
Okay. I am not associated with this guy.
Just kidding.
I don't know who this is.
Just kidding. That was a joke. I like the idea of the 7 Dragon Balls being like cracked and having this side effect of using the Dragon Balls too much. I like that a lot, actually. I think we should go ahead and keep all that. Even like Omega Shenron, like he's great.
That's a pretty great concept. That's a pretty great concept because it kind of gives consequences to the overuse of Dragon Balls.
Yeah,
I didn't get to that part, but I heard about that.
Oh, it's easily.
I like the idea of it.
Oh, it's easily the best part of it because that's where you have like Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta and you have Super Saiyan 4 Vegito, which is really cool. Or is it Gogeta? I can't remember. So that's really cool. I would even keep it, for the most part, that arc relatively the same in terms of like all the villains they have. Now that I think about it, because there's one, I mean, you could just like have like a whole variety of like, you can have that adventure and you can also have that action from Dragon Ball Z at the same time with that arc, because like, yeah, you can fight people like Omega Shenron, but you can also have like your cool Dragon Ball like stuff that has like a nice story and a message to it with like the mole that they fight, which and I haven't seen GT in years, so I don't know if that was bad, but like you could do a lot of stuff in that arc, in my opinion. Really, just the whole like Giro stuff, Dr. Giro coming back, or whatever the fuck that guy was. The whole like them going to hell, like Super 17. No, no, like just. I mean, really, if you just make the series about the Dragon Balls being corrupted because of misuse and all of those wishes coming back to haunt them and them having to deal with those consequences and them at the end learning this, this life lesson and stuff like that, shonen stuff. It would be pretty great. You don't even, there's like 24 episodes. Quick, in and out, done. Do not do the GT movies, Jesus Lord. That one GT movie they did was depressing. Holy shit. Like literally depressing. But yeah,
Never even seen it.
Yeah, don't. It's depressing. Nothing happens. It's just sad. But that is how we would fix GT. And we'll get to the chat here in just a second. Next question is, thanks for reading my write-in with the Ocean Man lyrics, but what I was trying to say was that Ocean Tactics is the Ocean Man.
All right, that's the new name, Ocean Man.
I'm getting a lot of names these days. Also for you, Satsuki, what's the name of the boob manga Satsuki the Savage referenced in a previous podcast?
Did not reference any boob manga in the previous podcast.
These are lies.
I would say to that person, if I did indeed say that, you can drop a timestamp for the last podcast, and then if I did say it, if I'm wrong, then I will, of course, tell you what that manga is.
The last one for me is, can SeaTactics give a shout out to Light Ruler 03? Yes, Light Ruler 03, this is your shout out. Hi.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. We did it.
All right, let's get into the actual anime. We're not doing Berserk this week because EA is out fighting the squid tentacle monsters, and he's just right now yelling, yeah. So he's busy doing that. Yamate. Let's talk about Sonny Boy. Not gonna lie, I really love this most recent episode, but. What do you think, Satsuki?
Oh, this is easily the best episode so far. It actually felt like they were trying to put some humor in the show for the first time. Like, I said it before, like this show was just, it felt so dry and dreary. It felt like it was devoid of all emotion, but this show kind of felt alive. It still has the tone where things feel very muted, but I feel like now this is a show I can enjoy. It's quite obvious if you know me why I would enjoy this episode in particular, because we had a lot of focus on
Simp.
Mizuho, and
Simp.
she's just great. She's great.
Yeah, I bet.
As soon as they asked her to do something and she just flat out said no, I said, I'm going to like her. I'm going to like her. I don't know, man. I don't know what's wrong with me, but the asshole characters are just for me.
Dude, I mean,
it's I don't know.
When that scene where she said die, I was like, what? Why is she my favorite character in this show now? Like, she's just great.
Yeah. She has like the best reaction faces too. Like when she just came in there sipping on the Starbucks coffee.
The boba.
Yeah, the boba. And then she had the Burger King. Oh my, she has like all the foods.
She does.
Isn't that like, I don't know if they explicitly said her power, but I think what it is that she gets her cats to just order random shit for her. That's what it seems like.
Yeah, and I love that it's actual cats. It doesn't fit, like, but yeah. I actually like, the reason for her, being drawn to these cats and taking care of them. Her grandmother died, I believe. Was it her grandmother?
Yeah, she said her grandmother. Well, no, she didn't say she died. She just said she had dementia and she had to be they had to take her away, pretty much.
Oh yes, dementia.
Yes.
Terrible. But yeah, she had to take care of those cats, and I just think I don't know, there's something really like wholesome about that really makes me feel for Mizuho. So I just like that. I like those little character flourishes and stuff.
Yeah, she's not a complete asshole, but she is one for sure. Because, like, I mean, you don't just tell someone to just die randomly.
That is true. And you know what? Good on her. Good on her.
No.
Yeah, they should all die.
Why? What did they do?
I like chaos.
All right. Can't we just have like 5 of them die? Because there's like a couple I don't want alive, like Azakaze, the guy with the I don't know what his power is exactly, but like it was the guy who like flew away. I don't like that guy.
Yeah, these characters are. I think if we're talking about most hated characters, I don't know what it is, but I just don't like Pony. I don't like her.
She's like the boss type of character. She's like ordering everyone around.
Yeah, she's got like the what are the fucking hair flaps for your forehead? What the fuck are those things called?
Bangs?
Bangs. Hair flaps. Yeah, that's what we're calling them now. Hair flaps.
Oh my god.
Something about her design and then her character itself just makes me just, want to not like her very much.
I guess I'm indifferent towards her. Like I just don't like Kaze because he straight up lied about the circumstances, because the main character Nagara was away doing his stuff with Mizuho, trying to figure out what was going on with the frozen students, and then he's just like, well, not to brag or anything, but we're doing fine without you. We don't need you there. And then he was talking about like how Nozomi said that as well, and Nozomi is pretty close to Nagara. So he just lied about that whole situation because he felt inadequate about him not being able to find portals. So it's like just an asshole. Like you didn't have to. Like it's like, why are you doing this? Why are you such a dick?
Yeah. It's just like, there's no reason for this. We could just be nice. But I guess it's like how Mizuho was just like, die. So.
At least it had build up to that. This guy's just like, and it's so bad too because Nagara isn't someone who is combative or anything like that. I think he's pretty boring, but I mean, more so it makes you look bad because he doesn't try to fight you. Like, I don't understand how you would just dislike this guy.
Yeah, he seems pretty generic, as like a person. Like he's neither hot nor cold. That makes a lot of sense. Though I gotta say, I'm not excited based off the ending of this episode with Hoshi, where he asked who the savior could be, and I'm not. I don't know. There's something about this guy. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the design. Maybe I don't know.
Wait, are we sure Hoshi is a male?
Well, that's the other thing, is like his voice is so feminine that I sometimes, get confused. So like it feels and honestly kind of looks feminine too.
Yeah, I thought Hoshi was a girl. I mean, I don't know if they've ever said it. Does Hoshi have what does Hoshi wear now that I think about it?
It's whatever the boy's outfit is.
Ah,
it's
okay.
the same.
Maybe, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, I mean, who knows?
So people are having theories about their powers and whatnot.
Oh yeah. Scarlett says there is a theory that Asakaze's power is about reality bending and are born from his dissatisfaction with reality.
I mean, I'm just lost. I thought it was some wind power. I thought he could just literally like fly and I don't know, use his wind to propel himself, and that's why he was able to save Nozomi and Nagara at the beginning when they're in that toilet portal.
Just out of context, that's a great thing to say.
Okay, I understand they're like trying to find portals, but I'm not getting in the fucking toilet. I'm not getting in the toilet. Like, what if there's like no portal?
I mean, we don't know. We don't know. Just get in the toilet, Satsuki. Get in the toilet.
No, just get in the toilet, Shinji. No,
yeah,
I'm not getting in the toilet.
Well, you should.
If I have to get in the toilet to save the world, then the world doesn't need saving. The world failed me.
Scarlet Disaster says, I don't know about Hoshi's gender. He dresses like a boy, but hey, the character has a voice actress. Yeah, which is another thing, yeah. So.
But if it was like the other way around and they had a male voice actor, that would be more confirmation. But having a woman, a voice actress, voice them, a lot of women voice teenage boys and boys in general. So, yeah, like it doesn't really tell me that much.
We got to get QRW6 a raise. I also forgot to read the questions you guys commented at the very beginning of the show.
Oh, we had questions in the beginning?
Well, no, it's just like we had a bunch of, commenters and stuff with some stuff about GT. And then I think...
Are you going to do that, or...
Well, I mean, I will say this, because all the other stuff is kind of GT related, and we'll talk about that randomly, I'm sure. QRW6 at the beginning said, "What up, KOA? I had my kids' cousins watch To Your Eternity and Tokyo Revengers. They love To Your Eternity, and they like Tokyo Revengers. They hate the cliffhangers because of it being weekly." Yeah. Yeah.
But wow, having them watch To Your Eternity?
That's a violent show.
I'm not mad at it, but that show's kind of heavy.
Yeah. It's a very dark show, that's for sure. Get them while they're young, you know what I'm saying? Scar them mentally as much as you can before getting them into other anime.
I'm still not over March's death, and I'm a grown man.
Yeah, March is amazing. Jeez, I'm not over Parona's death. Like, oh, we're getting ahead of ourselves, but
yeah.
I will never be over those two.
Well, I was gonna say, like, how do you feel about the how we solved the issue with everybody freezing? Because I don't know if it's just me, but I don't understand how they solved that issue.
I was about to say, I have no fucking clue.
They just had like these spirit dogs and this fan that came out of nowhere. I was like, wait, what the fuck is all this?
it feels a lot of the show. It's strange. I feel like it could never address it, and it could almost get away with it. But at the same time, I feel like it will address it with whatever the big twist of this show is. At least I think. I don't know. Like, this anime just feels like it's up its own ass, which is probably why it's so good, or so fun, I shall say. Because it could be terrible. But yeah,
it definitely has my attention.
That for sure. And oddly enough, it feels, you know how, like, I think a couple weeks ago somebody in the live chat compared this to Blunder Egg. It has that same intrigue to it, but so far I actually kind of like it more than Blunder Egg.
At this point, I would have probably said I like Wonder Egg if I compared the first 3 episodes to this. But this show seems like it could be very unique when it's all said and done, because it's already unique right now. Like, I don't really have a show I could compare this to, at least in like the actual content of it. Like, the only comparison I can make is just like the tone of the show. Like, I think was it David Gallion that was mentioned last time? I'm not sure, but that's the tone of the show is the only thing I think could be compared to other anime. Besides that, this show is pretty. It's an anime original, and it owns that.
Oh yeah, for sure. It definitely has those kind of hallmarks. Because I think a lot of anime original stuff just is kind of wacky, out there, a little strange, but it's fun though. Yeah. And what's weird is I was bored to death by the first episode, like, but I was intrigued by it. And these 2 episodes that I watched this week I was like, yeah, I'm all aboard on this one. QRW6 says, I was shocked about them liking To Your Eternity because I only wanted them to watch the first episode and be done. Of course, they're watching it in dub, but they laughed when Wolf Fushi spoke, which is adorable.
Arigato.
Yeah, March is the best. So yeah, what are we giving episodes 3?
This is a pass. Best episode so far.
Absolutely, I agree. Just the whole Mizuho stuff just made the episode for me. Also the animation and the art direction in this episode. Like, this show isn't, gorgeous in the traditional sense, but it's very artistic in the way it presents itself. And this episode really showed that off really well, I think. Yeah, I think this episode really kind of, for what the show is, hit a home run. So yeah, I think a pass for me, for sure.
Oh my god, the transition to Sonny Boy to the next show is just so funny to me.
Oh my, well, fuck the next show. Fuck the next show.
It's like we're talking about creativity, uniqueness, and then like the next show, I just look at the graphics, and then I look at the next show. I'm like, oh, this is a complete contrast.
Billy made some art for us this week. We're not going to show it though, not because Billy doesn't deserve it, because Billy's amazing. Billy, of course, does the art for the To Your Eternity stuff. He did most of it last season. He did the art for Berserk this season. Billy is great. But where is do we
but
Remake Our Life.
Yes.
Episode, whatever the fuck this is. Episode 5?
Episode 5.
I feel like I'm fucking... What the fuck? What happened to this show? I felt like I was into this, and then it gets more generic. Like, it feels like somebody watched Toradora and was like, holy shit, this is slice of life, this is fucking awesome. Proceeded to watch every single slice of life in existence and said, oh, I want to do an anime, but had no, like, doesn't have the ability to write or no originality in their body. And just this is what Remake Our Life is. It's remaking Slice of Life.
That is good. Remake Slice of Life. Okay. Yeah, it is the bare bones minimum of
oh god,
like what Slice of Life have. It just feels like it takes just tropes that is the show.
You know, it
I
feels
don't
like
think that. Oh, go ahead.
well, it just feels like, you know, the top 40, you know, pop charts of anime.
Yeah. Yeah, this show is just all right, let's get into it. So, like, the first thing they do is, well, not the first thing they do, but I'll just talk about this first. They continue on with the harem of Koya, and this is something that I already saw coming the minute they kept having Koya be closer to Nanako. Like the whole thing with Shino was already obvious because like the first time we seen what was it, the second episode or was it the first? Well, it doesn't matter. The first time they were together, she was sleeping in his bed, so it's like, okay, this is the couple they're going to push, obviously. But then the Nanako stuff was like, you could see them going that direction, and they might go off it. We don't really know. But this episode, yeah, they did the whole.
They all like him.
They all like him, and then she walks in on a kiss. It's just bad. Like, it was so predictable, and like that's not even the worst part of it. But I don't like how the romance is handled. I will say though, I'm not mad that Shinako and Koya are a item, because I think it's kind of realistic, at least in the time frame, because I think some months have passed that they're a couple. But it's not that it's unrealistic, it's not like really enjoyable. Like, I don't really,
no, not at all.
The development to this relationship was just poor, in my opinion, because it really started because Koya just said, "I like your art." That's like the basis of their relationship. It's just
Jesus,
just stupid.
Oh Jesus. So the worst offending there. Well, okay, so I can't say this because it's all bad, but Keiko is back in this episode, and apparently this guy that gets beat up by this big boobied girl just yells out, just lolly maids, yesu, and I'm like, no.
They're not even trying to hide like the genericness.
No. And then
this is what we are.
And not only that, but then Keiko starts to offer advice, and they're like, "Oh, very good point, small child."
Oh man,
she's a child. Like,
why did we have a maid cafe in the first place? I understand this is a festival, but what did that like add to the show?
Cause they're anime girls and they're gorgeous, so we got to show them off.
It didn't even add like in a comedic aspect. It wasn't even funny. Like, it wasn't funny. It didn't advance any plot. It was just there.
It's generic. It's just they had a list of points they needed to hit, and this was a point they needed to hit, and they're like, well, we're gonna do it episode 5. Why not? Halfway through. Why did this get an hour first episode?
Whenever you have a show that goes back in time, you had to have the hour-long episode. Just like the first episode is just longer than normal.
Jesus Christ. And then, oh my god, that line where the guys are like, Nanako's voice has the power to reach the hearts. No, wait, the line was, her voice has the power to resonate with their hearts.
Jesus.
And then the random clown guy that comes out of nowhere when Nanako generically just decides to run away when they're like, yo, Nanako, we need you to sing. She's just singing. Just go on stage and sing. If you fucking bomb, you bomb. You're an anime character. You're never gonna bomb. Just go. And then
he wasn't random though. That was their That was the other guy who lives with him.
I do not remember him. So
Well, it's understandable.
so there you go. And he says, "Don't worry, she'll show." And it's just, what the is that? Wow. Just make an original series, Jesus Christ! Like, everything I just said has already been done, and then the episode ends with them fucking singing magically, and it's she's just magically just a great vocalist now, and like she knows the song. Also, all the band guys like, oh. But I do like the guy that balances boxes in that one scene. Like, he was precariously balancing those boxes. Like, holy crap.
So, with the whole singing part, this is what I found to be like the worst aspect of the show. It's just the way it unfolded. Like, it was going in the obvious direction, so I wasn't surprised by it. But it's just like, please don't do this, because given what we saw of Nanako,
it's like earlier
like,
in the podcast. Please don't.
Yeah. I was going to bed because like. At the end of the day, I was laughing at it. Like I told you, I was just laughing at this episode. It was just funny to me that she was so bad before. You know, she had some training, whatever. Some time has passed. Fine, cool. But like the resolution for her to get over her stage fright, performing in front of all these people was. Your video did good on YouTube. Look, it has like, what did he say? 10,000 views or some shit like that. And he said one quote that was just, I'm not really mad of the quote in of itself because it was used to motivate her. And sometimes you have to lie to people to motivate them, so that's fine. But like when you really think about it, it's stupid. He said, if you ask me, it doesn't make any sense to be afraid of a few hundred because your video has 10,000 views. No, motherfucker. That's not even on her channel. So she doesn't even like see those comments or see those people that are watching her video. It is completely different to you uploading a video on YouTube and the masses watch it versus you performing in front of hundreds of people. It is very different. In a situation like that, it's understandable for people to freeze. In a situation with YouTube, if you upload a video, I mean, it's just you. Other people are watching it, but you aren't reacting to the crowd because that's going to affect your performance.
Right. I mean, as a person who was in a band, was on stage performing a instrument, not singing, in front of various amounts of people, from like 40 all the way to 500 was my biggest crowd. Dude, just walking on stage is like nerve-wracking. It's silent. Nobody's making noise for you. You could hear the creaks in the stage, and you look out into the crowd. You can see nobody because the lights are shining down on you from on stage, but you can hear them. You hear them whispering. Every move you make, they can hear it. You plug in, you jack up your guitar into the amps. They fucking hear that. Like, it's nerve-wracking. And then oh my god. And I used to open the sets with just me playing on bass, so they would hear me first, just playing alone, no anybody playing with me. Dude, it's nerve-wracking. At the same time, that's no reason to fucking run away. So, that just felt like being generic, but yeah.
It was used so, Koya could be the hero to talk her out of it, and we understand why she ran away and whatnot. I think if the show wanted to be different, have her freeze up and fail. Like, that would actually at least give her something to overcome in the future.
Absolutely.
Because I don't think you should overcome a situation like that easily. It's not easy to perform in front of people like that, especially when you weren't confident in your singing in the first place. People that are confident in their music or anything they do, just in a public setting where they have to perform in a lot of perform in front of a lot of people, they could be confident in themselves, but once you hit that stage, it's a completely different environment, And I think it's realistic for someone to freeze in that situation. There are rappers, musicians who are accomplished, who have had performances where they froze.
Yeah.
It happens.
Oh my God, yeah. One of the experiences I've had with our lead vocalist, she was on stage performing, just in the middle of the set, like, just like freezes up and leaves. And really that whole set she was kind of just screwing up. Like, that's another thing. You can just screw up. Like, she was calling for songs we haven't ever practiced before. So, like, it's nerve-wracking. Like, you forget stuff. It's difficult.
Yeah.
It ain't easy. You don't just walk on stage and play the song you've practiced. You all work together. You're a cohesive unit, and if you don't practice your shit, you're gonna stand out in a bad way.
Yeah, and it's an anime, so it's not one of those things where I'm mad that she was able to push through this. I'm just mad at the solution in which Koya got her to perform. It's just like your video did good on YouTube, and that was another thing I want to talk about. They showed like a flashback of how they were going through these comments, and then these comments like helped her get better. Okay, this may just be a thing where Japanese culture is completely different from American culture, but I'm telling you right now, when people do not like something that you do, especially on the internet, usually you will never get constructive criticism to where they are actually trying to help you, because they were saying stuff like poor enunciation on the H sounds, wrong pitch, stuff like that. No, motherfuckers are going to tell you suck, your ass, stop performing, this is not good. That's what you get. So I thought that was again, that might just be a different culture type of thing, but usually you're not going to get actual constructive criticism in that detail too.
Yeah, I think what this comes down to is this show is extremely unrealistic. It is a fairy tale. It's not ever going to happen to anybody. And even if, this setup were to somehow happen, like, it's not, people don't act like this. They don't do these things. Like, and the world doesn't work the way it works, like it does in this anime. It's horrible. This anime is like, it's competent in many areas, but its writing is abysmal. It's just not good whatsoever.
I'm just confused. Like, wasn't like the whole point of us going back in time like to work on some of the stuff that was going on with Koya? Like,
well, yeah, but don't you know, Satsuki, girls.
Yeah, it's just like we're working on the heroes, and it's fine enough to work on the side characters, but I don't even really think some of his deficiencies have been addressed, really.
Yeah. Not at all. It's actually made him look like more of an asshole sometimes. Or just like, yeah, just a person, he's a nice guy. Like in the most awful way possible. I just don't like this guy. I don't like him at all.
He's just like, I hate to use this word,
he's
but
fake.
Like, I feel like it's the most fitting word. I think he's just like a Gary Stu, just the male version of a Mary Sue.
Yeah, no, he is.
He is the cure to every issue that ever goes on, and there's no explainable reason for it. If they wanted to use like his experience being a 29-year-old or however old he was before he went back in time, if they use like his experience, his age to fix these issues, I probably wouldn't have an issue with it. But that's not it. It's just for some reason everybody depends on him. Like, why did they call him when they were double booked? What did he have to do with any of that? Like, I don't understand.
Did you catch in the very beginning of this episode, he outright tells Nanako that he's a time traveler?
He did?
He said it outright to her. Or it may not be Nanako, I can't remember. But either way, he said it to one of the girls.
Well, I mean, it's not like they can prove it or anything, but...
Oh, and And since we hate this show, can we do that thing where we nitpick shows we hate to hate it more? Like, for a second?
I mean, sure.
There's this one scene where this guy takes the low angle shot of her dress.
Yeah.
It's really kind of disgusting. Fuck that guy.
I think you're talking about the guy who's like getting bullied by the other girl.
I don't know.
The Finland guy.
Maybe.
I just thought about it too. The Lolly Keiko was like, when they were double booked and they were like, oh, we had to find another singer, and then Keiko says like, this place is crawling with people who want to sing, and then they find no one who wants to sing except for the person that runs away.
Yeah.
What was the point of saying that?
Oh my god. Holy shit.
They had no like insurance that Nanako was actually going to show up. They just trusted this first year boy in his word, and he got co-signed by some other random guy. It's like, what the I don't care,
dude. I don't fucking know how to sing at all. I would have went on stage and sung. Then rely on the girl that runs away. Because think about it. If she's prone to just running away at the thought of somebody asking her, hey, can you like sing? Or singer like fucking jumped off a bridge and died or something. Like, I'd be like, I'll do it. I don't know how to sing, but I'll do it. Like you gotta, when you have something that goes down like that, there's gotta be people that act. And you can't rely on the person that obviously fucking ran away. Like, what happens if she runs away on stage again? And she fucking froze up for a moment. And then, by the grace of fucking God, she was like, Ohayo, I'm cute, kawaii girl. Like,
Ohayo, gozaimasu.
It's just stupid. This anime is stupid. And let me tell you something. I'm killing it. What about you, Satsuki?
Last episode, I was the odd man out because I actually thought last episode had a good concept but poor execution. This episode had no concept I liked, and the execution in that no concept scheme was also not good. I don't know what the show like aimed to do this episode, but it wasn't resonating with me. So yeah, I'm killing it.
Okay. So, we asked EA before the show if he wanted to kill any of these shows or not. He has not seen this episode, but he has said he wanted to kill it. And listen, I'm the creator of this show. I can break the rules whenever I want. That's just the way it is. So, the show's dead. I'm killing it for EA.
I mean, if you think about it technically, we got 2 kills on this, so no matter what EA said, it would have at least been up to be killed.
It's dead.
But I think we would have been in unison. Like, I know EA, this is not an episode that would have made him go, oh, well, I was wrong about this show. No.
No, it would not. Listen. He'd be disappointed if he watched this episode. He'd have to disown his whole family, become a hermit, go in the deserts of Arizona, and live off the salty land. There's like this episode would have ruined him, and we saved him tonight. Me and you.
I kind of want him to watch the episode though. Like, I'm in the business of saving EA guys. Just see you whenever we watched Higehiro. But I just want to see like what issues come to the forefront of his mind with this episode, because I feel like we all have like different things that we hate specifically within this episode. So I want to see what like irked him the most.
I mean, probably everything that irked us. Let's be real here.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Rebby and Bill are in the chat.
Oh no.
They're talking about what you'd think they'd be talking about.
And they say we got some alone time. No, we can see you.
You aren't alone in this chat. Like there's people watching and commenting along with you. I don't know how you don't see it.
And it's even worse in this setup because like you can just get screenshotted. Like if this, like even talking in public is better than this.
Listen, the chat's on the screen, buddies. Like it's there forever. Oh my God, QRW6 says he would nuke this.
Oh, for sure.
Oh my God, it'd be dead.
It's just I'm thinking like at what point would EA go like, yo, this episode is bad? Because I think for me when it happened is when the maid cafe thing happened. I was like, oh my God, I was like, we're in for one of those, huh?
But I think it was either that or when the lolly showed up. And they made.
She always pops up out of nowhere too.
Yeah. And then when they made an actual reference to her being a lolly and that being the actual trope, like it's like she's being, like breaking the fourth wall almost, like.
Yep.
By not doing it. Holy shit!
Gotta have the lollies. Gotta have the token lollies.
Holy shit! Rebby says, "I just got dim McDonald's." And then Bill says, "Yeah, baby, eat McDonald's."
I don't know what's going on.
And then Rebby says, "Let them watch."
Okay, I kind of gotta respect that.
Oh my God! And then Bill says, "Let them watch." Turns me on.
Okay, well, I didn't know we had an exhibitionist.
Can I say that's Cap?
No, you
Can
cannot.
I please? Can I please say it's Cap? Because it is.
No, you get to. No, no. You already said it, but whatever.
Oh my God.
I would still love the EA rant, so I want to say no. You like we're just. I didn't think I was going to be at this point for the season, considering it's pretty barren. But I'm still watching like 10 shows a season.
Holy
like,
shit!
Like okay, because like I'm watching the 5 shows that we're watching because the shows that we aren't talking about today are Berserk and damn, what was the other show?
I was gonna lock in Jahi-sama for shits and gigs. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I did watch the first episode of that, so that's included. So I'm watching those 2, and I'm also watching some other things that carried over from the last season: Tokyo Revengers, Eden Zero. Was that it? Was there something else? I'm watching a new season of Higurashi. I'm watching Shaman King. That was the other one. And Love Live Superstar. So I will be glad to get rid of this show for good. My brain is just,
dude.
I feel like I have a hamster.
I don't. Yeah, no, I don't remember anything about the previous episodes of this anime.
Probably good.
It is that forgettable. Yeah, Pinnacle, not the same without EA, but yeah, but at the same time. Oh my God. Naya, I thought this was a safe community.
It is. It is safe.
Oh my God, and then Rebby says, I feel like I'm in a George Michael video.
I'm still confused. Like, why? You're safe. It's just we gotta point out the weird behavior. We don't know what's going on.
Oh my God! Holy shit! I'm dying. Oh, I should have took the week off if this was gonna happen. Oh my God. Okay. Oh fuck! I misclicked. To your eternity. Episode 16.
Pink blood. Pink blood. I like this episode. I really like this episode.
They drink cow blood.
Yeah.
So does
I
that
don't know
mean...
if that's like a ritual thing or if like it's just good. Like I don't.
So So that means that what Fushi should do in his next fight with terrible Scar Lady girl, Licky, whatever her name is, should shoot. Yeah, whatever. Who cares? Should shoot like a blood stream from his hands, like of cow blood, directly at her.
I don't think it's going to matter. She's pretty like awesome.
Oh my god. Okay, I see how it is. Change your tune.
Well, yeah. I'm here to say, first and foremost, I am now a Hayase fan.
I hate
I
you.
wasn't before.
I actually fucking hate you.
I wasn't a Hayase fan
Yes, you were,
before.
you son of a bitch.
I wasn't. I've said this like...
Oh, but yeah, the internet monster's getting you now.
Listen. Wait, am I still like...
No, not anymore. But
Okay.
but I wish you were.
Listen. The only thing, like, I just, with Hayase, all I did was say that before, and this was before she killed March. I said, before then, she wasn't necessarily an evil character. It's just that she was very pragmatic in their village's practices, and in those practices, child sacrifice was a part of it. So I'm in that context, I'm like, she's not being malicious. Obviously, it's still not a good thing, but I don't think she's an evil person because
Parona!
of that. No, that's what I'm saying. See, this was before all of that happened. I wasn't saying this episodes 5 or whatever episodes March and Parona died.
I hate you.
I was saying this.
You don't even know the episode numbers. 16
I don't.
4.
So sometimes I forget my birthday. Like, it happens. Like, okay, but what I was saying then was
it's
she
May
wasn't
23rd,
evil.
by the way. Your birthday's May 23rd.
Thank you. I will write that down and I'll try to remember that. But yeah, that was all I was saying. I was just giving that perspective. I don't think I ever said like I love Hayase or anything. I was a Parona and March fan.
Wow.
But now I am a Hayase fan. I just...
Can we
listen,
ban him?
You have to respect the good villains. When she came into that fight, I was expecting her to get slapped the fuck up.
Oh.
I did not expect her to beat Fushi the way she did. She was completely ready for this fight. And it was just great. If you're gonna heel turn and completely go to that side of a villain, this is how you do it. This is exactly how you do it. When she said the line, when Fushi asked her, "Did you kill Parona?" and then she said, "Isn't that what I just said?" and then she cocked her head. I was like, I love her. This is the villain I needed. Hayase. Mwah.
Did you just chef's kiss?
Yes.
All right. Next episode of King of Anime podcast. Satsuki will not be on it.
Am I kicked off? Oh God.
Yeah, you're kicked off.
I'll turn in my badge and my gun. It's been real, guys.
You never had one to begin with.
Oh shit. Well, yeah. I am an apprentice.
And you never had a leg to stand on either.
Oh, well, that's just rude.
Even Pinnacle says, Satsuki, the excuses aren't gonna work.
What excuses? I'm not saying any excuses. I'm just telling you straight up.
Don't deny
like Hayase.
Pinnacle says, do not deny it. I agree. The truth will set you free, Satsuki.
I like Hayase now. I didn't like her before. I promise you, I wasn't a Hayase fan until now. Like now, she's just glorious.
You've always been a fan.
She's an immortal killer. Before she wasn't. She was just killing kids. Like I wasn't going to give her respect for that.
Apparently, fucking now you are.
I mean, she's killing immortals now. Completely different.
We're gonna be next week, or we're gonna start talking about Dragon Ball Z every week.
But yeah, we do that anyways.
Well, no, we're gonna make you watch it
Why?
because of this.
I don't. If we talk about Dragon Ball, like it's just going to be worse. Like if we talk about Z, well, do they even have any relevant female villains? Probably not.
It doesn't
Please
matter.
don't make me do that.
QRW6 says Fushi lost it. He focused on trying to kill Hayase, which was his downfall. He should have darted Hayase. I agree. We should all dart Hayase. In the fucking space. They should, you know what? They should do like they did Cars at the end of, what is it? Battle Tendencies. Where they fucking shoot him into space. That's what they gotta do to Hayase.
No, she won't survive that.
That's the point. She won't survive it like Cars does.
Well, listen. If nobody is going to be a fan of Hayase, I'm here for you, Hayase. I've taken a lot of terrible women under my wing. See people like Isabella, see people like Elsa. You know, this is what I do. You have a formal invitation. I'm a fan of yours.
You're a pervert.
No, I don't really even like her looks. Like I like her design is cool, but
Oh yeah, her design's cool, huh?
Yeah, but she's not one of those characters I lust after. Like I'm not that deprived.
So, but you are deprived. You're just not that deprived.
No comment.
Oh my God, Jesus Christ!
I don't have to answer those questions. And we already answered the questions.
We got Tanari backstory in this. So,
Yes.
which is her father was arrested for apparently murdering her mother. So she went to the island with him, and well, her father became the king of the island.
Like 5 seconds.
For he then got poisoned and died.
Why would you drink some? What? Why am I asking questions?
They were probably like, "Ooh, the great Elden Ring, whatever the fuck his name was. Let me drink from my totally not poisoned chalice."
Okay,
I'll do it.
I definitely would not drink anything offered to me on this island, considering what I've seen. Like it was a guy who just got like stabbed in the back for no reason. He was just like chilling, and then some guy stabbed him in the back. Like it was. He probably had no grudge against them. People just killed just to kill. So yeah, no. Daniel, I didn't like the lick. Why am I being painted in this like? I didn't like when Yasi just randomly licked him. I thought it was weird.
I like how you call him Daniel, like you guys are like your friends. Damn it, Daniel! I told you.
Daniel's a good name.
Daniel, yo, that is it. Especially Dos Santos. Daniel Dos Santos. Holy shit, that's a great name.
Yeah.
I'm gonna name my channel that. Change it from fucking SeaTactics. Terrible name. Oh my God.
Wait, why am I
Bill.
laughing at that?
Why does Satsuki have a femdom fetish? Yeah, Satsuki. Why?
I mean, that's not something I could really answer. Like, what? That'll be like me asking you, like, why do you like boobs or ass or whatever fetishes you might have? I don't know why. It's just something I
Boobs.
discovered.
It's boobs.
I mean, like you're attracted to it. Like, that's just a thing with me. It's an unexplainable feeling.
You just want Elsa to step on you.
Yeah, and other things. Yeah.
Go on.
But this isn't about me. Let's talk about Tanari's backstory.
Oh, yes,
I thought
this is
it
about Tanari.
was pretty good.
Yeah, I agree.
I like the part where we see her father in the Coliseum, and then she's watching him like kill all these people, and then when he wins, she says like that, that's not my father. My father didn't win. And at first, I thought I was tripping. I was like, "Wait a minute, no, that's your father, right there. Is that some random guy that also looks like her father?" I was kind of confused, but then, as she was digging through the bodies and they said his name and whatnot, I was like, "Okay, that's what they're going for." She couldn't recognize this person who would go to those lengths and kill other people with a smile and like that. She couldn't recognize him as her father. I was like, okay, that's actually pretty good, because I mean, she was digging around the bodies to find her father. That's how much she disassociated who she thought her father was before with the person she's seen now. But you know, her backstory served to show like how her innocence got warped by the rules of this island, because she's not the same person that she was before when she was 7 years old. She kind of transformed into her father in a way, just in how she carries herself, because she was kind of taken aback when Fushi didn't kill people. So, you know, the version of Tonari when she was 7 years old, she would have probably like really loved Fushi and him not killing people, but she's different because the island changed her. So yeah, I liked her backstory. It made me like Tonari as a character, because before I just thought she was annoying, but now they gave her a little more something to work with.
Yeah, I pretty much agree with that whole thing, actually. Tonari is, yeah, she's just pretty nice. I would actually I really don't want Tonari to die now, which is kind of strange, because I feel like I felt this way about every character so far. Like, I just don't ever want them to die at some point. And I also feel like if this were any other anime as well, I feel like they would, you know, go a couple episodes into a character and kill it. But this series, I think with Tonari especially, shows that like they just over time they get better, you know, these characters. Like remember the last arc with Rin and Gugu. They were just terrible people. Like our impressions of Rin and those old people were that they were useless. And by the end, you know, kind of fell in love with those characters. At least I did. Especially, you know, Gugu and the old Piorin. They're just quirky and weird, and yeah, they're not great people, but that's really not the point. They're just kind of these characters, right? And I think Tonari she's actually one of the more, I would say, serious characters of this show so far, in terms of like comparing her to other anime characters. But still, she's still a character. She's still interesting, and I really appreciated how they went into her backstory. I also thought it was kind of funny how she just wakes up, sees the book, opens it, and turns the page and is like, "So, about my backstory." Like it was such a just a funny moment for me. But I also liked that scene where Fushi was reading some of her diary and how she just wanted to be friends with this guy because he was interesting. I thought that was pretty cool. Like, sometimes you don't need a very good reason to be friends with a person. Sometimes you just kind of fucking dig them, you know? That's it.
Well, then, too, it's also because Hayase reassured her, or just assured her.
Oh, yeah, that yeah. I totally forgot about that.
Yeah, that Fushi was going to be the one to save her. So it's kind of like she put all her chips in this basket. She didn't really have any reason to have faith in him besides her words. But then, you know, once she saw he was immortal, that they gave her the hope that, oh yeah, okay, he can definitely do this. I see why this random cloaked fuck said that, and that's man, Hayase is a good villain. For her to set this whole thing up. For her to set this whole thing up, not even knowing the full extent of Fushi's abilities, for her to set this whole thing up and still go into the fight just with the mentality that I'm going to whoop your ass, she is cold. She is cold. I was not expecting that fight to go in that direction. Whew.
So, do you think that Fushi is going to use the poison that Tonari gave him, or do you think he's going to use that to then get the advantage in a fight and then eventually kill Hayase.
So it's like, yeah, I feel like, oh, you know what? I think how it's going to go is since he has it was like a blow dart, right? That he
Yeah.
has.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
So since that was given to him, it's going to be used. Like it has to be used or at least referenced, thought about something. I feel like Fushi is going to just forsake it. I think it'll be a thought in his mind, and he's just going to forsake it, and then he's going to kill Hayase. I feel like for what Hayase's done, I mean, she already killed March, she killed Parona, and there's still Pioran who she might kill as well. I mean, she owns the island, so she can do that if she wants to. So I feel like Fushi's going to kill her. I think he's going to forsake that blow dart and he's going to go for the kill.
He's gonna chop that head right off. That's what she deserves. Because she did the same to Parona.
Yeah.
Do you
Poor
think
Parona.
that he's gonna take the form of Hayase?
That would be pretty interesting. Because god damn, that would just be with the capability. She's so agile and strong. So I actually don't think he'll take her form, just because I feel like it'll be too much. Because there's like perks to each form. Like the form that he usually uses, like that's I guess you could say it's kind of balanced. But then you have March, who she can get into small places, and then she's very nimble. You have the wolf form, which that gives some speed and whatnot, and then Gugu gives them the fire abilities. I feel like Hayase will be a form that's too overpowered in other aspects for him to use. He'll be like too skilled in every area.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good point. Do you then though think that? Oh wait, we got a nice gamer just subscribed. Thank you very much, nice gamer. But do you think that then because of that, do you think like Hayase and Nakano are gonna like become friends because they're into drugging people?
No, they would not be friends. Hayase is a killer. Nino's not a killer.
Nino is a shark.
Yeah. Not all sharks kill people.
Well,
Have you seen Nemo or not Nemo? Shark Tale.
I have, yeah.
Yeah, not all sharks are bad.
But Nino, she drugs people. She drugged Futaro twice.
Listen, Nino has some flaws, but I love her regardless.
I can't say much about this. My wallpaper is Nino for like the last year and a half.
Why though?
I don't know. I don't know why it is. Like I don't change those things. As you know, I have like the same Discord profile picture, like for the last 4 or 5 years or whatever. So like I don't change these things. Like I'm just lazy about it. I don't even look at like my wallpapers anyway. So it's like when I turn on my computer, it's just all business. So I don't know. Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. It's her in a wedding dress.
Ah, I'm assuming that's a really good picture. It is Nino.
God. I'm not a weeb, okay? I'm not a weeb. But I do have a Sakura Mato figure.
Okay, so the first comment that was a lie.
No, not at all. Not one bit. Never lie to you. Never lie to you, Satsuki. The savage.
How did you like Baby Tanari? She was pretty adorable.
Yeah. Yeah, very. She reminded me in baby form of Edward from Cowboy Bebop.
Huh, good old Ed. But there was a baby version of Ed?
No, it just reminded me,
Oh.
I guess.
I guess it the hair?
I think it is the hair and just, I don't know, the whole setting just in general, I guess. Her clothes as well, like it just,
Huh.
It's not, it just reminds me, like, I don't know.
So, do we think Tanari's going to die?
I don't want her to. I don't know. Like, I don't see what Fushi could gain if she died, because you could see what, you know, Fushi would gain from Gugu's form or Parona's form, or you can't really say that about March either. So I guess this whole point is moot. But you could, typically speaking, you could see the benefits of each form. I mean, if we're going back to the first episode, you could see the benefits of having a human form over a dog form. So, yeah, I don't know. Don't know.
Yeah, I definitely agree with there being no immediate thing that Fushi would gain from Tanari's death. I feel like she hasn't had an impact on him for it to be like a significant part of his life. So yeah, he doesn't really get anything. Like, even if he were to transform into her, like, what exactly does he gain exactly? So that's one thing that's keeping her alive in my mind. But the one thing that makes me go like, oh, she's probably going to die is that diary. Like, her writing in that diary is just, I don't know what it is, but it just feels like a bad omen. Like, she's going to end up dying, and Fushi ends up reading her the entirety of her life, and you know, maybe he can live through her because of that. I don't know. It's just, it feels like a bad thing coming. But I definitely think Pioran is in danger, given that Hayase won.
Oh, I don't want Pioran to die. She's so old.
Well, Hayase is running things, so she's definitely going to threaten her at the very least. That's going to happen.
What if Pioran just like decimates Hayase?
I mean, like that's a wonderful like fan fiction, but we just seen Hayase take down an immortal.
Ugh.
Like, I don't know what Pioran has for Hayase. Like, was it like some shaman magic?
Some hoodoo voodoo bullshit.
Yeah, she'll probably just fight through that too. I didn't expect her to beat the fucking bear form. That's just what, like,
she jumped over it and then jumped
just
on
stabbed
it.
him in the eye.
Yeah,
I didn't expect her to beat that form. Like, going into this fight, you know, knowing Fushi was going to have the bear form, I was just like, okay, well, I thought he was going to use the other forms like Marches, Paronas, and then like progressively he'll just go like, he'll abandon everything and go, fuck it, let me go bear form. But that was the first thing he did, and it got beat. So I was just kind of like left like, oh, he's in trouble.
Yeah, that's basically how it fucking went down. Maybe he's gonna have to go into the hyperbolic time chamber, and train for some while, and you know, come back out and Super Saiyan 2.
Super Fushi 2. You're ready.
They also got to eat some Fushi food this episode as well. So
I just like how some people are like kind of like grossed out by it. Like, wait, this came from you? I don't know if I want this.
To be fair, it does kind of gross me out as well, but some of that food looking delish.
Yeah, but I like that too, that because he made something, I forgot what it was exactly, but he accidentally replicated the poison that Hayase used on him when she drugged him. So like that was like a really good callback.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the reading some comments here. Let's see. QRW6 said it was sad seeing Parona's death. I agree. The last thing I ever thought was Parona would die in this series, and to actually, you know, now get it confirmed for real that she's dead, and the manner she died in, it just, God, it's so sad. Like, and the whole villager too. Like, everyone in the village is dead. Like,
yeah. Like,
Hayase cannot live. She has to die. Scarlet says, I think Fushi only transforms into those who he cares about. That's a very good theory, actually. Pinnacle says, I mean, they literally proved me wrong. Just about a week ago, I was here assuming that she was still alive. Yeah, that's another good point. Well, as they say, people die when they're killed, right? So
That's not what they say. That is what one man says, and we shun that man for saying that.
Shiro Emiya? Dude,
Yes.
what the fuck? Do you see Shiro Emiya's abs?
Actually, haven't, no.
They're pretty fucking great. Shiro's a bro, dude.
I'll get abs like those in no time.
Ugh. Shiro just does some like meditation, and that's how he gets them. And he dreams about fucking swords.
I should do the same.
That's how he got Saber. Seba. Oh yeah, Pinnacle brings this up. I mean, Fushi can transform into objects as well. So it's sort of a debacle on that, maybe. That's what I was thinking. Like, couldn't he just like create a bunch of dust, transform into a rock, or the mole or whatever, and just find creative ways to take down Hayase that she could never see coming? Like transform
he could have
into a rock and then throw himself into like her mouth, and then, you know, make her swallow a gigantic rock, and then turn into like it's the whole Ant-Man thing. It's the Thanos thing, you know?
Well,
enter through the butt.
No,
but it's the mouth
we're not
this
bringing
time.
that theory up.
And then just decimate, you know, just like fucking turn into Parona. And then how? This is terrible. I'm sorry.
I was going to say, like, with the inanimate objects, he definitely could have fought better, but like the reason why like I don't have an issue with it is, for one, Fushi's not a fighter, so he's just doing things that he's like comfortable with. He's not like Hayase. Hayase is a pure fighter. She's just very smart in what she's doing. She knew exactly how she was going to take down Fushi. It was just like no wasted movements on her end. So like Fushi's just not a fighter. That's for one. And then two, like with the inanimate objects, I think the way it works is I don't think he transforms his body into it. It's just that it comes from his body. So like while he could have done things like bombard her with some of the things he has, because he has like the arrows, he has the bows, he has a lot of different things that he could have used. I think one flaw of that too is the fact that it kind of just like drops from his body. It's not like he can shoot it out like projectiles. I don't think that's how it works. So yeah, I think that's like the weakness of his power. Like the best thing he has for his power, I think what he should have done more is use more transformations. The greatest thing about his power is that he can avoid attacks simply by transforming. And he did that kind of somewhat, but he could have done that more with like the mole. You know, he could have did something like that.
It'd be cool if he could like partial transform his body into something.
Yeah, that would be helpful.
Daniel Dos Santos says, if Fushi transforms into Dwayne The Rock Johnson, he can't transform back though, unless the maker helps him. To which I have to say, The Rock's pretty cool. I mean, if Fushi transformed into The Rock and delivered a rock bottom and then the people's elbow to Hayase in the middle of that arena, dude, there's going to be a million of electrified Rock fans. Because finally, The Rock has come back to whatever the fuck that island is called. And
I don't think they would like that. They want murder.
He's going to lay off the smackdown. And then make a Fast and the Furious movie about family.
We're going into space, so that car theory may come into play.
So, what are you giving this, Satsuki, this episode? Kill or pass?
Oh, come on. This is an easy pass. Villain Hayase is what I've been waiting for. This is the villain I wanted. This is the villain I crave. And this is the villain that I hope stays around. At least for 2 more episodes.
Nah, dog. We should kill Hayase, and then just kill Hayase, and just yeah.
It's not a good idea.
We just kill.
It's the worst idea you've ever had.
It's the worst idea I've ever had. Come on, there's plenty of other worse ideas I've ever had. I did a series called Manga Grab Bag. Didn't really work out. I fucking just last week did a video on Dragon Maid. It got like 100 views. Literally.
Yeah. Well.
Kind of a bad idea.
I did a ReZero disc and it got like 87 views. Happens.
Well, you see, that's bad because I have 37,000 subs. Oh Lord. If you want to cure my depression, everybody, you can just say cap in chat. No, say I for gore.
No.
Say I for gore. It'll cure all my depression. It'll be great.
Wait, Pinnacle said Satsuki, just admit it. Admit what?
Admit it, Satsuki.
Admit what?
You simp.
Admit, what am I admitting?
Wow. Satsuki, I thought me and you would just be bros, you know?
I thought the same thing.
Hanging out, throwing back a couple brewskis.
Yeah, but then you said kill Hayase, then I was like, well, this is a pipe dream now.
Watching the big game. Nibble on each other's ear.
Wait,
Hollow donates $4.99. It says cap.
No, please, Hollow, please. I am trying to be saved. Thank you for the $4.99, but please, no.
Oh Lord. Yeah, I give this a pass. Good episode, obviously. Fuck Hayase. Piorin is getting broken out of jail. It's all gonna be great. They're all gonna be living on an island together. It's gonna be happy. And Tonari has a book.
Yep.
It's a pretty good episode. Fushi is still goddamn adorable.
Well, now he's knocked the fuck out.
I'd smash Fushi. Just saying.
He's a literal rock.
I'm into rocks.
Oh, okay. Well, we know to keep this guy away from Land of the Illustrious.
Oh, see, that's a good tie-in. Holy shit. You're so smart, Satsuki. This is why me and you are going out.
No more false figurines.
Have you seen the meme of the Ono hole? Like, of the Land of the Illustrious Ono holes? Yeah, have you seen that? It's literally like just a rock. It's just like real life texture. It's literally just a fucking rock.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, yeah. Holographic says, Ben, can you revive Vivi? I think we're too late. Too late on that one.
Why would we do that?
What, are we going to make an anatomically correct Vivi joke now? What year is this? 2021?
There's no reason to revive Vivi. Vivi.
Oh, Lord. So, Satsuki, where can they find you?
You can find me on Satsuki the Reactor. That channel is where I do live reactions, but I am taking a break from that channel, so it will be very inactive. But you can check the backlog for JoJo's video, JoJo Part 3, JoJo Part 4, as well as Fruits Basket, if you're into that, the last season. On my main channel, I don't even know what the hell, to be honest. But I've been talking about this for like 2 weeks. But I plan to have a week where I just do Fruits Basket videos, and that's still in the works. In fact, that's something I want to be working on probably for the rest of this week. So there's that. I have a video on ReZero because I was looking through my notes and I found the script I had for this video, and I was like, wait, I forgot I was going to even make this. I just went away from it. But it's a video on me talking about my top 10 favorite moments in ReZero. I'm kind of scared to do that video considering Katakawa is like bitch slapping everybody. So
just
hopefully I don't die for that, but
just come up with a different name for it. It'll be fine.
Okay.
ReZero with a Z. or C.
Resettle.
Resettle. It'll be great. Call it JoJo's Bizarre ReZero.
I'm not doing all that, but look forward to that.
No, it's Subaru's Depressing Adventure.
That's a little better.
Yeah. It's very depressing. As for EA, you can find him at Everything Animated, or on YouTube and stuff. All this stuff is in the comments below. He wasn't here this week, besides the beginning of the show, so I guess he's still technically here. But go check him out. He also has All Elite Couple, a channel he does with his girlfriend, where he does reactions and stuff to wrestling and all that. As well, Lightning Eagle is late, but here. He's very late. It's the end of the podcast. So, yeah, for me, I'm like right here. You can subscribe if you want to. I have a video this week coming out about the Attack on Titan ending. Was gonna put out last week, then I was like, well, this probably needs some more time in the oven. Also, last week was crazy, so there you go. And I'll talk to you. We'll talk to you guys next week on the next episode of the King of Anime podcast. Bye bye.
Bye.